I'm calling this episode of Netflix Drive to Survive Hitting Rock Bottom, gentlemen and ladies. And guys, in this episode, Pierre Gasly is back at the Red Bull number 2 team, Toro. And as many of us know, at Red Bull, he went down faster than the Titanic. And in this episode, we see he manages to find the greatest life raft and sail off into the sunset. It's glorious, lads. I'm not going to give too much away. Let's get into some of it though. But he's back with Toro Rosso, sorry. And guys, the bullshit stacked up here higher than the Mount Everest. I'm exhausted listening to this. You know, like, oh, he just doesn't have it. He's not with it. He's not as good as Verstappen. He's not as good as this. He buckles under the pressure. I think a lot of people are probably exhausted listening to the same goddamn story, aren't we? But let's get into the background. Many of you probably know, but we'll just go through it very quickly. So as we know, Pierre Gasly got signed up with the Red Bull team and the Red Bull number 1 team, the big all-star team, right, with Max Verstappen, and he was going to be the teammate. He's in it for, I think, 12 races, 10 or 12. Sorry, forgive me now, guys. But he's in it for half a season. The results aren't pouring in. They're not even pouring in for Max Verstappen here. Let's be honest here, okay? Let's remember, Max Verstappen was not dominating like he is in 2024 and a previous couple of years before this. He's not dominating at this stage. He's still finishing the odd win, couple of seconds, couple of thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, a couple of DNFs, right? He's not dominating, and Gasly's coming in with a couple of results around about the same as him. Had one or two accidents, right? He had made a couple of mistakes as well. He had car trouble. He made a few mistakes. He had a couple of third and fourths, or sorry, a fourth, beg your pardon, his top finish. But Max Verstappen was the same. Around about that. It wasn't like Max Verstappen was sailing off into the sunset so much in first position and kicking everybody's ass by 2 minutes, right? That would be now a major whoop-assing. But considering Gasly was number 2, his results were okay. Then the team started to bully him, gang up on him. Then all of a sudden they booed him out back to Toro Rosso, Red Bull number 2 team. And of course, obviously, that's a huge confidence blow to Pierre Gasly. And then they bring in Alex Albon. So Alex Albon now is taken over. So now we're up to speed. Let's get into the rest of it now. So currently, guy, as we see in this program, we can see Pierre Gasly. He's getting interviewed by a BBC reporter. And it's an online conference. And pay attention to the little smile he has on his face here, Pierre Gasly. Okay? The woman asks, why do you feel more comfortable now that you're back in Toro Rosso? Why do you feel more comfortable in the Toro Rosso car than you did when you were at Red Bull? And he just has this smile as in like, I'm done with this, man. I am so sick of it. And not only that, guys, I know the backstory here. He was not number 1. He was not getting the attention Max Verstappen got. It's as simple as that. And they wanted him gone. Because Alex Albon had sponsors behind him, backing him, funding the team. This is what it's called. So they had to boot Gasly out. It's an awful scenario for him, but you can see the look on his face. Gasly can't say much either. Like he's holding back, the poor guy, you know? And then we flick over to the nemesis here, Alex Albon. So Alex Albon, he's now at the Red Bull team. Now, guys, this really does show here in this episode the way they're favoring Alex Albon. Alex Albon is getting everything handed to him. It makes me laugh, man. And as we know the background, like we said, he's replaced Gasly now in the Red Bull number 2 seat. So as in he's in, obviously, with Red Bull and Max Verstappen Red Bull team. But he's in the 2nd seat. Now, Alex Albon is okay. He's not bad. But he's halfway through the year and he's got no podium now. Alex Albon. Now, this is not good, guys. And you can see Christian's getting pissed off with him here. And he's giving, Christian's throwing softballs at him, man. I mean, I've never seen so many softballs thrown like a bunch of kids playing volleyball on the beach here. I mean, it's insane how easy he's going with them here. And then even Christian, you can see in this episode, he says he's not far off a podium now. I mean, they didn't even give Pierre Gasly this much chance, and Christian still, he's still saying, no, this can work, man. And then here we get the stakes getting higher. It's just insane, man. Poor old Antoine, the racing driver, he died at Spa the year before. And obviously they all want to, remember him in a nice way, in a nice loving way. And the thing is, guys, this is where the stakes are high here. We're looking at Spa, Belgium now, the track. Antoine died there. Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, they knew him quite well. Pierre Gasly was, I think, pretty much his closest friend, which is very, very hard. I've been there where I have had guys who have died in the same class as me. It's incredibly tough to keep going and get back on the horse, as you'd say. So it is. My heart is feeling for the guy here at this stage. It is. And, they're saying, and even Christian said this in a previous episode, that it could have been them. And, guys, and I'm here to tell you that is the truth. When a racing driver sees another driver die, every single racing driver on the planet says, Jesus, that could have been me, man. And reality kicks in. Now we still want to go because, well, we want to do it. We appreciate the risk. Maybe that's the word you'd call it. We want the risk too. That's part of the adrenaline. But then sometimes the old Grim Reaper starts to poke you on the shoulder to remind you, and it does give you a little bit of nerves. But everybody would feel that nerves, and you keep moving on. And then, guys, we can see at Spa here, Gasly finishes ahead of Albon. Obviously, it's a nice little FU to Albon from Gasly. It's going to give him a bit of confidence going forward. And if you think if this is crunchy and juicy, this gets better, man. This gets better. Oh my God. Then we go to Monza, the land of speed, the temple of speed, the home of speed in Italy and pretty much all around the world, lads. And Monza, it's all about having a big engine under your ass. If you don't have a strong, big, reliable engine, you're going to suffer around here. And this is one of those tracks, guys, Monza, that it is not reliable or more reliant on mechanical or aerodynamical downforce or grip, suspension, bump and rebound. You're more focusing on just getting a well-balanced car, but then you'd still, you're taking off wing because the less wing gives you more speed, technically on the straight. But then at the same time, guys, if you don't have the horses behind you, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle. So in the race, you can see here now, right? And this is where it all just comes crashing down on Red Bull. And Pierre Gasly has come from the ground up. And guys, I think we can all relate to this here. Hitting rock bottom. Why did I call this episode Hitting Rock Bottom? Because Pierre Gasly did hit rock bottom. And you know what? For all of us here, if we all hit rock bottom, there's only one way to go. Up. Like really, that's it. There's nowhere else to go once you realized you've hit rock bottom. So we go into the race. Leclerc crashes off. Big crash, by the way, and thank God he's okay. And then the red flag comes out. Gasly then gets into the lead, which was unbelievable. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for him. He's never won a race. And after everything that happened, Gasly takes the win. He was even under pressure from Carlos Sainz at the end here. I mean, it's just unbelievable poetry in motion, lads. It really is. Because he's still in the Red Bull outfit, the Red Bull umbrella, if you want to call it that. And it was in the slower car, and he still managed to pull it off. And I think there's a big lesson for all of us here. Hit rock bottom. There's only one way to go, lads. There's only one way to go. And the other thing, before we close it off today, guys, why are we so afraid to hit rock bottom? I get that fear sometimes, You don't want to hit rock bottom. Of course we don't. But sometimes we just got to let go. Sometimes we just got to let go. I've hit rock bottom in my life sometimes. And there's an incredible freedom to it. It's almost like, wow, I've got nothing to lose now. It doesn't matter at all. And you know, maybe you should. Even some people even say, maybe even screw up on purpose. Even if you're screwing up things and you feel like, oh my God, it's all going down. Why don't you just take the pressure off yourself? And maybe I should even listen to my own advice here. We should all take the pressure off ourselves, fuck it up on purpose, and then start from scratch. Everybody thinks you suck ass, and then work from there. There's nothing else that we can manage. Everybody thinks we suck. Okay, cool. Either stay here, doesn't matter, nothing changes. All my family and friends and everybody else, they all think I suck ass anyway, so what's the problem? No problem. That's all good. You know, and it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing. You know, even Tony Robbins says it, guys. I watch Tony Robbins a lot, and I try and learn from him a lot. And Tony Robbins always says that we always give a meaning to things. So in other words, you know, if you lose your job and you've got that beautiful car outside, what does it mean if you actually lose the car? Does it mean, oh my God, you're a failure? Or then some other people would actually look at it and go, well, you know what? Actually, I don't give a damn about a car. So you know what? If I have to lose the car, who cares, right? It's just our outlook on things. We give it meaning. So you could have Johnny who doesn't give a damn about a car, and he says, look, I love the Beamer. It was nice and cozy and gorgeous, but you know what? I'm going broke here, buddy. You know what? If I got to lose the car, yeah, whatever. Who cares? There's no meaning to Johnny. Now you got Dave over here in the corner. Dave is all about looking the part, and he doesn't want anybody else around who sees him driving a piece of crap and, oh my God, if I lose the car, it's all over. He's given meaning to things. You know? All about our ego. Assigning a meaning, assigning a value to something. You know, maybe we all should thank our lucky stars that we're just here in the first place, do you know? I mean, even Pierre Gasly there. The guy hit rock bottom. Of course he didn't want to hit rock bottom. But my God, you can tell there's a freeing element in that for him right here. Because it was his worst fear. And he's like, okay, I'm here now. Where do I go? Anyway, guys, I just wanted to finish off with that, and hopefully it's something that we all of us should learn from this going in our future, you know? Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move. He's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from fifth all the way to the lead in lap one.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter. Walsh.